The cruelest thing I've ever done. My parents divorced when I was in first grade. Not only did my dad disappear like Houdini, but he also stole my mother's ATM card from her personal account and drained her dry. My mother, being the saint she is, didn't even bat an eye. She was still cordial to him and never said a negative word about him. To me, my dad, albeit abandoning us, was still my hero. It wasn't until I grew up and understood how evil he was that I committed the cruelest act of my life. From 1st through 5th grade, I had the usual abandoned by dad stories. Maybe 1 or 2 visits a year and countless times of me waiting by the front window with my suitcase packed, ready to go to his house, only for him to never show up. My mom, through all of this, was supportive and never said an ill word about him, so he remained my hero. When I was in 6th grade, my mother finally remarried. My father, who only had a picture of me at 8 months old in his wallet, went ballistic. Did I mention he never paid child support? After my mom remarried, he let it be known that I was now my stepdad's responsibility. He cut off communication with me until I graduated high school. He didn't attend my graduation or even send a card. What he did do was write me an email thanking God he no longer had to pay child support, which he didn't do anyway. What really broke me was his ruthless and brutal attack on my mother, attacking her weight, looks and teeth, and blaming any perceived negative traits I had on her. For the first time, I realized what a cowardly piece of trash he was. He told me I was no child of his and that I was a waste. After that, I vowed that I would hurt him. 10 years later, my father, not interested in my wedding or my son, reached out to me. You see, he is a diabetic, and one of his organs was failing, and he didn't have long to live. He was too far down on the list and needed someone in our family to donate. Perfect. I answered his email. I met up with him and pretended that I didn't hate his guts. I got tested to see if I was a match and able to donate to him. I was. I did the therapy and met with doctors and his therapist. We scheduled the surgery. On the day of the surgery we met at the hospital. I smiled in his face and smiled. I smiled at him.